Hello, my name is Suzanne Longstreet, and I'm a mindset and success coach. I'm also the CEO and founder of Pinkpreneurs. And we're here today to talk to Allison Morgan of Zensational Kids. Allison and I have known each other for over a year now.
Oh, yeah.
We've been in the same coaching program, and now we are colleagues. We chat every single day except for Saturday and Sunday. So you can say I've gotten to know Allison very well, and I'm so delighted to have her in my life, especially in these times, because she is another one of the individuals that I take inspiration from every day. So thank you, Allison, for being in my life and for sharing your wisdom with us. I'm really excited to talk to you about what are you doing to stay positive in these uncertain times?
Well, first, let me just say, I feel as blessed as you do that I have you in my life every day. I would say that's probably number one, to make sure that you have somebody positive that you can stay in touch with, because not everybody has that in their home who we're sequestered with.
True.
So, and we're in actually different countries, right, Suzanne? But yet we have a very, very special connection because we're always looking to the positive, and sometimes one of us needs more of that support than the other. It's very easy to fall off that and just to be reminded, or just to be able to feed off of somebody else's positive energy. And this is what's really cool, and I've been telling my community about this, is that in our society, we're so used to connecting to people through touch. And the sad thing about that is that we've become so habitualized to that we don't even allow the hug or the pat on the back or the handshake to really be the meaning the deep meaning that it could have. We sort of just do it as protocol. But now we're really called to greet people 10 feet away or through Zoom with intentionally wanting to connect. And it really does give us the opportunity to get in touch with that other part of our humanness, which is not just about the physical touch, but we're energetic beings even more than we are physical beings, right? And for those of us in our community, in our circles, we do practices that help us cultivate the awareness of that energetic part of us. It's not very common in our society. But I think that this is offering us the ability to become more intentional with who we connect with, like through Zoom, or who, if you're walking in your neighborhood, who do you purposefully maybe knock on their doors, step way, 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 way back, right? And just say, I just wanted to say hello.
Wow, that's beautiful. I love that. And I think that's so important, is intentionally connecting. And you also mentioned that you're currently, and I love the phrase that you use, that you're currently in intentional action mode. Tell us more about that.
Yes. So, well, just to give your audience a little bit of background about Zensational Kids is no, that's fine. Zensational Kids partners with school communities to help them implement mindfulness practices as part of social emotional learning, as part of mental health, well-being, stress reduction. These are all things that schools have needed for eons, right? But now what our company does is we help them utilize mindfulness practices just as part of their everyday culture. So much of our business is this face-to-face, not face-to-face through Zoom, but we lead professional development. So I have trainings monthly with 25, 50 educators at a time. We do in-class supports. We're working with students, we're working with the teachers in the classrooms, and we're working with parents through workshops that are all organized through the school. So as you can imagine, school's closed.
Yes. Right. It's more like this, Allison. Right.
Yeah.
So parents are now homeschooling, forced into it.
Yeah. And It's so funny because I saw somebody put a post is that all parents that think that they're homeschooling, you are not writing the lessons or delivering the lessons. So really what you're doing is you're just really parenting.
Yeah. Okay.
Because you're just really monitoring and helping out your kids that are struggling a little bit with the curriculum and the learning. But just to go back to your question of how am I positive, positive action, no, what did I say? Intentional action. Intentional action. So when all of this, started coming down and, my schools started canceling lots of stuff, I mean, I just saw, okay, we're losing the money on that and the money on that and the money on that and the money on that. And I still have, staff that I'm paying, these beautiful heart-centered people that are going out there and, talking to our administrators, and look, we all don't know how long this is gonna be.
Right.
So I had a moment of panic, like, oh my God,
right.
What's gonna happen to my business? Then my second thought was, how am I gonna change around my business? I gotta change, I gotta do online modules, I have to do online classes, so then I started getting into this whole panic about how do I do that right now? Like, I wanna do online classes. I don't have a studio. You could see here, I'm in a bedroom because my kids are home. We're all my husband's home. And then what I did, and this is typical of me when I feel myself getting into panic, I go into internal mode of like, just let's sit with this for a moment. And I use the tools that I have through my meditation and my yoga practice to just sit with what I'm feeling and notice that it's a feeling based on other things external from myself that are causing this feeling. And then I'm able to come to a place of, what is the best thing that I can do now? Exactly. Like right now.
Yep.
That's what helps me get into this intentional action. And what came to me is that while I am always hired by schools, I'm working with educators and families and children that still need me.
Yes.
They still really need our expertise in Zensational Kids, but they're not used to interacting with us directly. They've always interacted with us through schools. So what I decided to do is I'm going to reach out to those people that need me most, and I'm going to offer them some of the gifts that I have as a service, because I know everybody's freaking out and I don't know what it will turn into. I have no idea right now how to monetize it and how to get it to pivot my business. But I am using my gifts to serve right now because that's easy for me to share what I know about how to use your breath to align your nervous system, how to connect your mind and your heart so your mind doesn't take over and you could lead from a heart-centered space, how to parent mindfully and calmly so that you could be an anchor for your kids, all of these things. So I've been offering free Zoom calls, and I just sent it out through all of our channels. People that know me, ask them to send it to people that don't know me and my team. My team has been working round the clock to make sense of this. Like, how do we do this consciously and intentionally so that we're not just throwing lots of information out? I only want people to come on that really want what we're offering. Because right now I do see a lot of people just like throwing things out like in panic.
Yeah.
And that's not going to serve people, and it's not going to serve us as business owners in the long run.
I agree. I love that. So Allison, there's a lot of, if we were speaking to people as not only business owners, but as parents with children at home, what are the things that you could say to them right now that will help them to maintain positive focus, to be there for their children? What do you recommend as a practice or something they can use right now?
Yeah, well, so first thing, to maintain a positive focus, we all need to start thinking of this, of what is happening to all of us as the ultimate gift. And sometimes the easiest way to look at that is if everybody just thinks about their life a month ago, 2 months ago, 3 months ago, and if you were able to say, my life is absolutely perfect, I love how everything's running in my home, in my business, with my kids at school, everything, then this is probably incredibly devastating to you, what's happening now.
Exactly.
But I work with a lot of people, right? I don't know anybody that would say that. They'd say I have good days and I have bad days, but they would say mostly that the systems that we're in right now, whether it's political or educational or societal, a lot of things are really, really broken.
Mm.
And environmental. I mean, there's lots of things.
Yeah.
A lot of things are really, really broken. And, you know, a confused mind does nothing in terms of moving into the next step, like of helping us solve problems. This is our opportunity, though, to slow it down and to really evaluate what is important right now for your life.
Mm.
And most of you have it right in front of you. It is your family. It is the love that you have in your home. And if you are not feeling a lot of love in your home, thinking about ways that you could cultivate that. Because most of us ignore that because we're so busy in all of the rushing and all of the doing. What will help our humanity survive is if we really, on a heart level and intentional level, connect with each other. That's what this is calling us to do. So what is the most important to shift to positivity? What is the most important thing to you right now? For me, I ask myself that question. It's that my family and I are safe.
Yeah.
And we're all safe. We're together. Mm-hmm. Right? And for parents, what's the most important thing that you could do right now with your children is to be their anchor of safety, security, stability, groundedness, and calm. Mm-hmm. And even though there are times when you're not, to tell them, to be honest, yeah, mommy's a bit scared now too, because we don't know what's going to happen, but we're all doing the best that we can. And we're here together. Like, that's the blessing of this. Like, mommy and daddy, we don't usually get to spend this much time with you. So that's really a blessing, because we're getting to really learn about each other that we haven't had the opportunity, because we're always running out to basketball practice and gymnastics and this event and that event. And we can't now.
And to work. Yeah. Allison, thank you so much. Any other tips, thoughts that you want to end on?
Well, maybe if I could just share like a very, very simple, quick breathing practice for everybody, because this is something else that you could do with your family or just on your own when you really start to feel yourself getting overwhelmed. Find a quiet spot in your house, and this could be with your kids. Put them in your lap and just say, Mommy or Daddy, I'm just gonna try to calm my body down because I feel the anxiety in my body. Do you want to do this with me or sit with me? Mm-hmm. You could sit with them on your lap. You could sit with them across from you. But wherever you are now, just put your feet on the floor and your spine nice and long. And just think of it like creating space in your vertebrae. So it really gives your lungs a place to expand. And if it's comfortable for you, gently close your eyes or just softly gaze down. So you're not looking at the screen. You're not looking at me. Nobody's looking at you. And just take a deep breath in through your nose. And then open your mouth, let it out with a sigh. Do that one more time. Deep breath in with your nose. Open your mouth, let it out with a big sigh. Gently put one hand on your heart and one hand on your forehead. Little difference than what some people might be used to. And just notice your breath and allow it to be soft and long, whatever that means to you. So not forced, but soft and long. And then bring your attention to both hands, your hand on your forehead and the one on your heart. And think of this as a way of just holding yourself in compassion and kindness. Letting yourself have that felt sense of being safe. Safe right now in your home. Safe right now in your body. And then let's take a deep breath in together through our nose. And a deep breath out. And gently bring your hands back down to your lap and flutter your eyes open. And know that you can come to that at any time. We did that very, very quickly. You could spend 2 minutes, 5 minutes just there, holding yourself, right?
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, my friend.
So welcome. You're so welcome. I'm so happy to be here with your community.
It was lovely. And so I will post information about Allison and the free information that she's offering right now and more information so that you can get through these times. And it's going to be okay. It always is. We've been through this before. Blessings, everyone, and thank you. Namaste.
Namaste. Bye-bye.
Bye.